city never stopped, even at night. As people gradually disappeared, the hum of car engines and the faint glow of neon lights still colored the streets. The dim lights reflected off the building walls, and the cold air brushed against Mimi's fur. Cautiously, Mimi took a step forward. The ground was different from the warm floor inside the house during the day. It was cold and rough. No one paid any attention to her, even as she walked along the road. It was her first time outside, and everything felt unfamiliar.
It's too quiet, but too loud at the same time.
There was no one around, yet Mimi's ears were filled with countless sounds. During the day, when she was among people, she never noticed these noises, but now, every little sound sharpened her senses, making her tense.
It's okay. I'll go with you.
With Benny by her side, Mimi carefully moved forward. She instinctively realized that she had to walk without making a sound. To survive on the streets, she first had to learn its rules. But before she could even begin to understand them, her first challenge appeared. From a pile of bricks in the darkness, someone was watching her. A large, dark silhouette. Around him, several other cats were gathered. They remained silent, but Mimi could sense the tension in the air.
A new one's here.
Mimi immediately lowered her body and slightly pulled her ears back. She understood that drawing attention to herself was not a good idea in this place.
We're just passing through.
As Benny spoke, the eyes of the shadowy cats flickered under the dim light. The air grew tense. But after staring at Benny for a long moment, they eventually stepped aside without a word. Mimi still didn't fully understand the rules here. But one thing was clear. Danger could appear at any moment. After walking for a while, they arrived at a hidden space beside an abandoned building in a small alley. It wasn't easy to notice during the day, but at night, it seemed to serve as a safe shelter. Scattered among the bricks were torn pieces of cloth, and in the corner, an old box was placed. Inside, several stray cats were curled up, resting.
You can rest here. These are the friends who live around this area.
Mimi looked around. The unfamiliar cats quietly observed her, but they didn't show hostility. However, their eyes were always filled with caution. As the night deepened, the air grew even colder. Mimi curled up, trying to close her eyes, but sleep didn't come easily. More than anything, she was hungry. This wasn't a home where she could wait for a warm meal. This was a place where she had to survive on her own.
You can get hungry here at any time, so let's find something to eat tomorrow.
No one would bring them food. They had to find it themselves. But Mimi hadn't even had the chance to learn how yet. Before she knew it, dawn was approaching. The wind blew, and faint lights emerged in the distance. One by one, the stray cats opened their eyes. Mimi slowly woke up as well. It was unfamiliar, but last night, she wasn't alone. A new place, new companions, new rules. Everything was different. But as long as they were together, she felt like she could endure. She silently thought to herself,
Benny, thank you.
and just like that, a new morning was beginning for Mimi.
너의 그림자 사라지지 않아